This is a Glass Box Media podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to My Worst Date. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina.
And this is your Shorty episode for the month of April.
Can you believe it?
It's your birthday month, Cassie.
Yeah, birthday month. Heading into Aries season.
Sorry.
Yep. Sorry in advance.
Sorry.
Hey, I think we should all take some of the Aries qualities of confidence going into, the spring. Hopefully spring will come sometime soon to California.
It's
Well,
supposed
fingers
to
crossed.
start raining again.
Yeah.
Great.
Sorry.
Atmospheric rivered up. Great. So I brought something for you guys, a little article, a little thing that I thought we could discuss and deep dive on. It's a BuzzFeed article, so journalism, just wonderful.
You know it's good.
It gets me every time.
Yeah.
I have to click. I have to look.
You know what? Thank God. I'm going to take this moment and say shout out to everybody on Instagram who puts what is in the article in the comments.
Yes.
So that I don't have to click on it.
Not all heroes wear capes.
BuzzFeed is the worst about that when
Yeah.
they have like clickbaity headlines. And I'm like, I want to know that information, but under no circumstances am I going to the link that takes me to your page to read about it.
yeah.
So thank you
Forget
so
it.
much for letting me know in the comments.
So this one is a woman dating coach went viral for calling out 4 most common mistakes that inexperienced men make while
like
dating.
this.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
Inexperienced men.
In air quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's at Dating by Blaine. She's a full-time dating coach who's coached more than 1,500 men over the past decade.
Yeah.
Okay.
So doing the Lord's work there.
Here's the thing. You can have coached a lot of people, but doesn't speak to your success rates.
Yeah, that's true. I need to see conversion rates.
right.
Yeah. What's
What
your
are your
ROI?
Exactly.
I need numbers.
Data.
Yeah.
Very granular
Stats.
data.
Yeah.
You know what though? A man who can recognize that he needs that kind of help, I'm already like, you're
it's
you're
a green-
doing okay.
it's green
you know what I
flag.
mean? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a green
it
flag.
is.
It's better that they turn to someone like that rather than like Andrew Tate.
Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
yes.
Someone saying like, maybe it's my fault instead of being like, it's fucking women.
He just got denied bail again.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
I said ha.
Okay, so first common mistake most inexperienced men make, coming on too strong.
I believe that.
We've said that.
Yes.
Moving way too fast food.
Yeah.
It's off-putting.
Just I mean, I feel like people don't understand the balance of like being confident and being like aggressive or arrogant. Like I think that men have gotten this message that like they just need to be like super confident. You need to like
Gregarious.
go in. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, like I said, at 7 a.m. at a Target is not the time.
Yeah.
Not
Just
in
talk
it.
to me like a normal person.
Right. It's a lot. Yeah.
Talk to me like a normal person.
Yeah.
Truthfully, though.
But it's not just like the confidence or the arrogance. It's like when you're talking to somebody and like you go on that first date and they're like, I think I'm catching
I
feelings.
won't have
And
your
you're like,
babies. Oh no.
I don't think you
That's
are.
the scariest.
Don't.
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now with my mom is having a very big back and forth with a man that's living in his son's garage in somewhere in Akron. So
Oh.
He's like,
Yeah.
I think I love you.
like
Please
hot,
let me know
hot
it's
and
your-"
cold,
Please-
very hot and cold. So yeah.
Nope.
I'm so sorry. At your mom's age,
No, nobody got enough time for
there
that.
is a 0% chance.
No.
My patience and my fuse is so short already that there is no way that I am going to be like a 60-year-old woman
Playing
dealing with that
games?
shit.
No,
No.
Goodbye.
Hot and cold?
No, thank you.
No.
No, we're old.
I'm more,
enough
I have
to
a
know.
temperature that I like, and I keep it right at that
Right.
temperature all the fucking time.
72,
Yes.
bitch.
That's right. That's
Perfect
right.
temp.
Just a solid 72.
Yeah, Eric likes to turn it down to 70. We're playing back and forth. Okay. Number
He's playing games.
He's playing
He's
games.
like, he's about to lose.
Exactly. Number 2, masking your feelings.
So there's coming on too strong, and then there's like pretending like you don't care at all, playing
Yeah.
it too cool.
Yeah, too cool for school. So doing some of that like a pickup artist shit.
I don't
you
like
know what I
that.
mean? Where you're
I don't
like,
like that either.
nagging and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I don't make me sit here and like try and figure it out. I don't like that.
Yeah. Number 3, I think this applies. I'm actually interested to hear what you guys think because I feel like it's a more female thing, but good to know that men do this too, I guess. Number 3 is reading too much into everything.
Oh,
Like in texts.
Oh man,
I do that.
Misinterpreting that. Oh,
I do that. I am
100%.
listen.
Yes.
There was a book written and a movie made of that book called "He's Just Not That Into You,"
Right.
Because literally, that's all we all did. Well, he did text, but he didn't, and then I don't know. And
but
we're-
it's like it's because people play games,
Yeah.
and then it makes it hard to know. And so I'm
Right.
like Harriet the spy over here, fucking trying to figure it out.
Nancy
Like,
fucking Drewing on
where
my
I'm like,
iPhone.
is this code? Like I don't understand.
And God forbid someone just texts me a K.
Okay,
Why
I
are
have
you
to
so
ask-
mad at me?
I have to ask, like, which is worse, K or K period?
Oh, a period.
Ooh, fuck a period,
Right?
Yeah,
Is our friendship over?
that's the end.
It's the end.
Okay.
Period ends the sentence and the
our
friendship.
Done. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, the 4th mistake is not staying present. So basically, like waiting for their turn to talk instead of actually listening and taking in the conversation.
Yeah, well, we've
Yeah.
talked about that before, certainly. And I think everybody, I mean, people of all genders across the gender
Yes.
spectrum are guilty of that.
For
See,
sure.
That's what I feel. After reading this whole article, I'm like, this is not just a man thing.
No.
This swings both ways. It
It
swings
does.
all the ways.
This is
Every way.
This is people things.
Yeah.
exactly. This is
People be
People
people.
problems.
human
Yeah.
behavior. I would call it. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah.
heard of that.
Okay, so then would you rather
Okay.
date the person that's reading too much into everything?
Mm-hmm.
Just like really constantly like trying to like, are you mad at me? Are you blah, blah, blah? Like that kind of thing?
That would be really hard to
so
do with me. I tell you
tired.
exactly how I feel very clearly.
Or
you
the
do.
person that's closed off and masking how they feel, and so that you constantly have to guess.
No, I
for
want
them.
the person. I want the insecure person. I don't want them to make me insecure.
I want the insecure
I don't want to be
person.
insecure. I don't want to.
Oh, yeah. No, that feeling. I'm with you. It'd be really, really annoying, but there's nothing worse than that feeling where you're like staying up at night trying
Yeah.
to figure out like,
Yeah.
what does it mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I feel like I'm very communicative as I am
Right.
currently. But I'm also always trying to find out new ways to communicate with people because that's like my job, right?
Right.
Like I think about that often. And then so for me, I would take it on as a challenge. Like, oh, okay, you didn't get that. Okay, let's diagnose where we went askew
Yeah.
and like see how we can reframe this so it makes
And if they
it
are
clearer.
questioning things, at least they're thinking about it.
True.
At least
Yeah,
you know
at
that.
least they know
you know what
they're-
I mean? Like they're,
they're thinking of me.
Yeah, like you know,
They're
it's-
thinking all the wrong things, but they're thinking.
or they're overthinking is what's happening. But at least it's like on their radar. Whereas like with the other person, you don't even know. You're
Yeah.
like, what's
No, that's
happening?
my first marriage. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Very closed off. It's not a good place to be in. You are constantly second guessing yourself. Yeah, so I think I'm with you guys. I think I
Yeah.
would take the insecure person.
overthinker.
I mean, let's be real. I don't want either.
No,
they
yeah.
both sound fucking awful.
Yeah,
Truly.
and exhausting in different
Exhausting.
ways.
Oh
for
man,
sure.
I'm so tired. Ugh.
Yeah.
Dealing with other people is hard. Oof.
Yeah, it really is.
Thanks, I hate it.
Well, you guys want to jump into stories?
Oh,
then?
yeah,
Are
sure.
we,
All right,
are we
let's
ready
go
to
for
get it going? I've got some real gems
Oh,
today
excited.
to share with you guys.
Let me
I
get
found some wieners.
That's what she said.
Okay, I can start us off. It was Valentine's Day.
Perfect.
His friend showed up to our dinner date because he told him to.
Oh,
So then I ended up inviting friends to the pub too because I was pretty bored at this point.
uh-huh.
He hit on them.
Oh
No.
He ordered shots all night and then told me I was too expensive. I didn't take any shots, LOL.
You ordered shots for all my friends. Like
He's like, you're expensive. Like, nobody asked you, bruh. He ended the night by kissing another girl, then trying to buy Coke off a bouncer. Never went out again.
he said, but you know what? Here's the thing. Showed you who he was right
yeah,
away.
That's right. You
Right
never,
away.
never date somebody who's buying Coke off somebody they don't know.
No, you,
Yeah.
well,
I mean, come on. That's
You're living on the edge.
sure are. You don't know what's in that.
No,
you can't do
you
that.
don't.
These are dangerous times.
Oh my God.
Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Never.
Okay. This just popped into my head about an hour ago, and I haven't stopped laughing since. I was dating a guy, and I told him to look at some pictures on my phone of something, maybe a house or my dog, who knows. Anyway, he's scrolling through the pictures and suddenly throws my phone on the couch and says, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I went too far. I saw a picture of your boob. I barely looked.
Oh, no.
We hadn't gotten to the clothing optional part of our relationship. And I looked at him confused because I don't have pictures like that on my phone. So I pick up my phone,
your phone
to see what he's talking about. Apparently, he saw a picture of a wound on my middle toe from a medical procedure I had had. At a passing glance, it vaguely resembled a boob and a nipple. He must have been trying to be a gentleman and not look.
I actually
He saw skin and he just threw it. No boob. I told him what it was, and he was so embarrassed because I was laughing hysterically. Next time I saw him, I had to tell him that I told my friends because they all thought it was hilarious too. He was slightly embarrassed, but I still couldn't help but laugh.
Amazing.
I hope you got to see real boob.
I do too.
Yeah. That's somebody you show a real boob to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's earned it.
This story it says, I offer this story on behalf of the girl I went on the date with.
Oh. Yeah.
Date went really well. Food, drinks, karaoke, etc. We were both pretty drunk and kissing by my car outside of her house. At one point, I pick her up and put her on the trunk of my car.
Nice.
Continued to make out. Things started to heat up, but her butt slipped off the side of my car. And suddenly she grabs hold of me, pulling me forward, causing me to effectively tackle her straight into a rose bush.
Oh no.
That'll kill the mood.
Yes.
Arguably not my fault, but yeah, I fell with her and crushed her with my weight into the thorns.
Oh.
We got up and I helped her to brush them off, and I saw her to the door. She surprisingly still called me afterward, and we went out again.
Oh.
But that had been pretty rough.
It's because you did that. Lift her up, put her on the trunk.
Oh,
move.
she's literally, that's when she entered your name into the phone.
Yes. Immediately.
She was like, oh, okay, Brian gets a spot.
Yeah.
Brian is a new contact.
Like, maybe Brian.
Maybe Brian. Okay, this guy I have been talking to for about a month licked my armpit during sex.
We've talked about this before. Why?
Yeah.
Unless they've explicitly told you that's a thing they like. Unless they've been like, I love it when someone licks my armpit. Don't assume.
You
don't
can't assume
that.
It's different enough to definitely
You
not be able to
cannot.
assume
I have
that.
never tried, nor have I ever wanted to try to
like
see
I'm
if
very
that's
ticklish.
erogenous
They
zone.
say that it is, but I am not interested. I know what goes on, and I'm sweaty. It's like there's
Well, there's like
stubble,
deodorant
residue
and
like,
stuff too. So you're licking it. You're licking basically like a stick of secret.
If we were going to try it, if it was a thing where it's just like, I don't know, let's get weird, like let's try it. Like you have to let me know in advance so I can like shower, shave. It needs to be smooth and clean. I'll be walking around like this until time so that it doesn't get all sweaty.
Until the time.
Yeah. Arms up.
Amazing.
He gave zero notice beforehand, and he just said, I'm just an armpit guy.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Some people are armpit people.
Listen,
She says, I was wearing deodorant. It was also an antiperspirant that made his mouth super dry.
Ew, so you kiss armpit? I don't want to taste my own armpit. I really don't. If you want to, that's a different conversation.
It was all very unfortunate. And I think I unrepressed this memory just so I could comment.
Recovering memory.
Like, oh yeah, that one guy licked my armpit. Ugh.
Gross. Okay. Once I took a girl out and we were walking by a river in my city. So we took a picture together with the water behind us. She cropped me out of the picture and captioned it, "Much needed alone time."
I fucking love that though. Much needed alone.
So bold. Much needed alone time. She's like, "What? I looked really good in that picture."
Like
This relationship doesn't have legs, but I looked really good in that picture.
very introspective.
It's going to end up on her dating profile for sure.
Amazing.
so mine is a bit of a thread that I found on Reddit, and there's pieces. He turned up dressed as Michael Jackson,
Oh no!
Complete with
What
a-
year is this?
complete with a mask over his nose and mouth.
Oh, this is the 2000s. Then
It's too late.
Do
It's,
Yeah.
I
This
need to
isn't-
go on? Somebody was like, yes,
You do.
please do.
Yeah.
yeah.
She said he had tape around the ends of his fingers too. He picked me up from my desk at work in this getup.
No.
No.
We worked
In front of your
the same place.
coworkers. Oh, they worked in the same place.
Yes.
So did he go home and get changed, or has he always been someone
Did he
that
come
dresses
to work
like
dressed
that?
this way?
He went home and changed because do you think
He's
she
like, I
would have
got
agreed?
a hot
Could you
date with
imagine?
Susan from HR. I
gotta pull out the big guns.
Pull out.
He
Go
did a
for
little
it.
dance, at which point I may have shouted at him, stop it. So let's go. Before we went for dinner, he made us stop at HMV, which I'm assuming is a store, so he could buy Moonwalker on
No.
DVD.
No. He didn't own it already? He did not plan ahead.
I should point out that all this happened at the height of the child molestation court cases, too.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I good timing. I would have figured it had to because he's
Oh, the mask.
Yeah.
and the bandages. Ooh,
She said that she was 26 at the time and she had never been more mortified on a date in my life.
horrifying.
Dude, anytime at work something like that happens, like
Shoot me.
it's the worst.
Yeah.
I have a persona that I keep. I have a work persona.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It means business. It's organized. It knows spreadsheets.
Yep.
And I have a friend's persona, which is none of those things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brain, the way my brain, we're recording this on a Friday night.
Yep.
The way that my brain switches.
Yep.
As soon as that laptop closes.
Yeah.
I'm a whole new person.
That's right.
Well, I have what I call hard light and soft light at home. So the hard light, when the hard light's on,
Is that like a
that's,
flashlight?
that's like work time.
Sorry.
But then when work time's done, I turn the hard light on, soft light comes on. And that's like relax
mellow.
time, mellow.
Yeah.
But the hard light's like fluorescent, it's harsh. And that's what I am at work. I am fluorescent and harsh. And yeah, I don't
Gotta
need
be.
to bring soft light into my work
No.
Yeah.
persona or Michael Jackson.
No,
person.
never bring Michael Jackson.
No.
Never.
Okay, here we go. I went on a few dates with a girl a few years back. On one of them, I suggested we grab a takeout and drive up to this massive hill in the area that overlooks the whole city and is quite beautiful at night. We got the food, drove up there, sat down, took 2 bites, and then she said, we had to leave.
Uh-oh.
Turns out me and her previous boyfriend think alike. They did this exact date once before, and she was utterly distraught over it.
Oh, no.
Honestly, the date itself didn't bother me that much, but it was the
Obviously.
first warning sign that she wasn't quite over her ex.
Clearly. Because if you're over, like,
You might have thought you were, but
Yeah.
you get a date that's in a duplicate of like the date you had with like somebody you were just
Of
with.
like a
That's-
really like thoughtful kind of date too. It
Yeah.
wasn't like, oh, this is the same bar, like where we
Oh, the same Chili's.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, we got takeout and then went to this romantic spot. It's
Very specific.
yeah, no.
Yoinks.
Cassie, I feel like you'll like this
Okay.
one. 15-minute date. Went
I already like it.
awfully. She asked about my dog, and I showed her a picture, and she said, wow, he looks strong. And I said, yeah,
That's it?
He's a jacked Russell Terrier. Then she said, I don't think you're funny. So I said, okay, then just ate my food and left. It's a jacked
Is
Russell
your soulmate out there?
Listen.
Is that your
That
soulmate?
wasn't me he had a date with because I would have
You
laughed.
would've loved
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Woo, okay. Anyway. All right. I went on a date with a woman from the yuppie part of town.
Ooh.
Half of the people have a lot of money while the other pretend they do. And it seemed all right until the check comes for dinner. Now, most of the time I pay for dinner since I'm usually the one asking the woman out. So it makes sense for me to but occasionally I suggest a split if I'm not really into the woman. I wasn't planning on suggesting a split, but before the waiter could put the check down, she says, I didn't bring my wallet because you're going to pay, all right?
All right. Well,
Which put a damper on the evening, to say the least. Now I felt like I need to explain to her how it wasn't cool that she has just assumed that I would pay. She felt bad, so she invited me back to hers for a joint. And she wanted to show me something. Silly me, thinking I was in for a carnal treat. But she just wanted to show me magic.
No. Listen, you're not in for a carnal treat if you lecture a woman about how it's not cool assuming you pay. That's not gonna.
There's no carnal treat here.
No,
but I'll tell you what she did do. By the way,
close up.
You know how
we never want to see magic.
I put like little emojis at the bottom to separate my stories. I put queen. So wait, magically she hypnotized me. I played along because carnal treat, and when she thought I was under her spell, she told me to take my wallet out and leave all my money on the nightstand and go home.
Hey, respect the game. Respect for the game. You got it.
Incredible.
Like, you are getting sleepy.
Leave your wallet on.
Give me all your money.
It's one way to fucking do it.
Listen.
Oh shit,
get out.
Oh man,
can't trust it.
Wow. Oh my god.
Just like leave your wallet on the nightstand.
I'm gonna try it. Yeah. Okay. Met a goth looking girl in a bookstore. Asked her out.
Perfect.
Good so far. Yeah.
When I picked her up, her family was all goth too.
Ooh. Oh. Okay.
Went out to eat.
Yeah, came by it honestly.
And during dinner, she told me her family was a coven and that she had put a spell on me that I was going to fall in love with her.
I love everything that just happened in these two stories so far.
I didn't call her again. A while later, I was at a friend's house and I found the card that she wrote her number on the back of in my wallet and was looking at the front of the card. And my friend looked at the back and said, "Hellish?" I turned it over and her family had gotten the phone number that when you turn it upside down, it said hellish.
Oh, wow.
They're into it.
You know, I love the
it.
commitment.
Listen.
I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
I love the commitment there.
It's like the Addams family or some shit.
Amazing.
She's like 4, 3, 1.
Okay. This one just feels like something that I would do. My date let me out of the car to wait on the curb while she parallel parked. After 3 failed attempts, she drove off.
It is what you do.
No, I'm like,
Never mind.
No,
this is done.
says
I can't do
I
it.
walked home. No, but absolutely. Look, there's nothing worse than somebody watching you try
to parallel park. All of a sudden, I forget how to.
Yeah, I forget how to, even though I've done it 8,000 times.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, no, like
forget it.
I'm one of those people. I'm like, if I can't find parking, if parking is difficult, I'm done.
It wasn't meant to be.
I'm going home.
It's the universe telling you.
No,
we're not doing that.
no.
All right. The worst date I ever went on was with my first boyfriend when I was 15. It was completely my fault. It went so badly because I was so nervous, awkward, and embarrassed. First off, it was the middle of summer and I wore a thick long sleeve t-shirt and a thin hoodie. I didn't want to take off the hoodie because the shirt was so tight that I was wearing. It was so tight fitting and I didn't want him to think I was, quote, flaunting myself at him or something. I don't know. So, yeah, I was way too hot until we got into the cinema where I decided to take my shirt off in the toilets and just wear my hoodie zipped up. I then felt so nervous that he'd be able to tell I'd take my t-shirt off so I wouldn't look at him in the face for the rest of the day.
I feel like,
for going back to the top, that's an overthinker.
It's an overthinker. It's absolutely an overthinker. But like, I'm the same. I'm like,
They know, don't they? They
I
know.
would have just done the shirt, even if the shirt's tight, because I would overthink having just a hoodie on. Then what if he knows that you have just a hoodie on and then he's like, well, she's trying to get naked.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, tie that hoodie around your waist.
I guarantee you
Yes.
that most guys around that age, 15, 16, wouldn't have even noticed.
Wouldn't notice.
Wouldn't notice. You could come back in a completely different
Unless
outfit,
you had your
probably.
boobs out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then these boobs.
Or your toe.
Or
With
your toe,
with
yeah.
an injury that kind of looks like a boob.
In the cinema, I turned in my seat, so I had my back to him the whole time. Oh my God. I pretty much completely ignored him.
Wow.
When
Poor
we
guy.
were on the bus home, just before I got off of the stop, he turned to me and said, "Can I have a kiss?" And I said, "You wish." And I turned to face the window. He had just got off the bus and go home. The poor guy. He he'd had a crush on me for a year and had finally gotten up the nerve to ask me out, and I treated him like that. It was okay in the end, though. It took me a month to get the courage to look at him in the face and talk to him in person. And after that, we went out for 4.5 years.
Yes. Oh my God.
You
this
wish.
is an overthinker. Overthinking. It took you a month to be like, I'm so sorry. I was so nervous.
I'm so nervous.
It was just anxiety.
Oh my
like
God.
this poor kid, he's like, may I please have a kid?
You wish.
He's going home and listening to Belle and Sebastian.
Yes,
Like,
crying.
Oh God, you wish. That is my
Brutal.
fucking favorite. It's brutal. And at 15,
Yeah.
My life would have been over.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
have been over if a boy I liked
Said,
"Forget it."
You wished me.
You wish. Done.
Oh my God.
Called off school the next month.
R.I.P.
I moved.
Yeah, I go to a new school now.
Yeah.
My name
town.
is Susan. I'm a completely different person. I don't know anything
I'm
about
in my
her.
bed with a different place in my room.
Well, if you guys have stories to share with us, be they short or long, or you just want to reach out and say hello, go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstatepodcast.com, and we love you so much.
Cheers.
This is a Glass Box Media Podcast.